joining us today for our very first series of Get to Know Akkodis. We're kicking it off with a very unique value-add offering, Akkodis Academy, that is empowering a future-ready workforce. We've seen that technology is ever evolving, regardless of current market conditions. So how can we keep pace with these changes and ensure that we're not left behind? During our time today, we will discuss what Akkodis Academy is doing to address some of the biggest challenges we face in a dynamic workforce. My name is Colleen O'Malley, Director of Colleague Learning at Akkodis, and I'm extremely excited to be your host and moderator for the next hour. We have with us today the Akkodis Academy North America leaders, Justina Jacob, Sales Director, and Jill Welch, Vice President. They will share insights on our initiatives around upskilling and reskilling. We are also joined by some of our key stakeholders, Joseph McQuiston from WebTech, Steve Buckle, Akkodis Account Leader, Julian Larson, Akkodis Data Analytics Consultant, and Chris Mockamel, Recruiting Director here at Akkodis. Now, this is a topic that is near and dear to me. I know that for a lot of us, that when we think about training, we think of it as part of or limited to the new hire onboarding experience. But I can tell you, as an L&D professional, if you keep your skill sets sharp and polished as you progress throughout your career, you'll be a step ahead of the competition. Now, you might be wondering, how do you balance investing in your own development with your workload and personal responsibilities? And that's where Akkodis Academy comes in. The Academy provides continuous learning in an impactful and manageable way. Akkodis Academy is continuous learning done right. As we discover Akkodis Academy together, I'm sure many of you will have questions. While we will be holding questions to the end, we encourage you to enter your questions at any point into the comments. If we can't answer your questions during our time together today, we will make sure to have someone follow up with you after the event. Jill, to kick us off, can you provide an overview of Akkodis Academy?
I would love to. Thanks, Colleen. So our Academy offering was developed in 2020 to address a skill set gap that we were noticing in the industry. It was becoming apparent that the evolution of technology was outpacing the education and skill set level of available talent. So we positioned the Academy to face that challenge head on. Our program offers flexible learning solutions to support the unique training needs of our clients and consultants. We currently have 10 regional academies across the globe, including North America, Western Europe, Japan, and Australia. And over the past 3 years, we have provided opportunities for 16,000 technical professionals to upskill and reskill. Our goal is to build a workforce that has the skills to support the ever-changing world of technology and enable them to help drive transformation within our clients. We offer the infrastructure to attract, retain, and grow talent while at the same time creating a culture of learning and innovation.
Wow, Jill, thank you for the overview. The Academy is certainly making a big impact for our clients as well as our consultants. Justina, can you share insights into how you bring Akkodis Academy solutions to your customers?
Certainly, and thank you, Colleen. So I support our Akkodis business in North America, driving upskilling and reskilling initiatives across our customer base, focusing both in IT and engineering, and really helping our customers think about the future of workforce and really where that talent will come from, and drive workforce strategies that are required for organizations to grow as well as deliver.
Wow, it's a very important initiative indeed that truly ties to talent solutions business. And we often speak about the skill gap that clearly exists in IT and engineering. How are you getting your clients and talent ready for the future?
So the skill set gap that we talk about is very much real. And as a global smart industry leader and experts in talent solutions, we have firsthand really experienced it. We live, breathe the rapid growth in technology and the lack of skill and talent to be able to keep up with these advancements. So, and not to mention, not only is there a talent shortage in the industry, but the talent that does exist, their skill set level is being outpaced by these rapid advancements. So training is required, and whether everyone wants to accept it or not, it is required. At Akkodis, it's not an option. It's a key initiative that has allowed us to deliver and address some of these challenges in a number of ways, starting with developing pools of net new talent, which are our employer-based programs and really customized to our clients' needs and their specific environments, which we've been very successful in delivering from a global level. And then secondly, continuous upskilling and development for all of our Akkodis associates that are supporting our customers on projects, really allowing them the opportunity to develop, grow, stay ahead of these emerging technologies. And most importantly, it allows us to deliver skilled, project-ready resources and talent for our clients. Last but not least, develop solutions for our customers' existing workforce and working with them to assess existing skills, their skills levels, and creating skilling and development opportunities for everyone within their workforce. I would say these are all really strategies that allow organizations to attract but also retain their top talent.
You bring up a really good point on retention. How does upskilling tie into attracting and retaining the talent our customers want?
Well, when you're given the opportunity to progress in your role, right, and you're given the opportunity to build on your knowledge through upskilling, you're likely to become more innovative, express ideas, take more of a proactive approach at work, and really builds worker confidence. So when you think about work, right, you want a sense of purpose. You wake up every day, you work 5 out of 7 days a week, and you want to be passionate about what you're doing and feel accomplished and be able to showcase your skills and be recognized for it. And learning really fuels that. So as an organization, what skilling does is really builds a pipeline of digital savvy talent that can fill those future needs, and help you stay competitive as an organization. And not to mention, it shows that you value your talent when you invest in their skills and their career. And last but not least, these skills will be required for organizations to deliver. So this is a huge differentiator for us in the marketplace.
Thank you for sharing those insights. What skills are we seeing in demand that we need to invest more in?
Certainly, yes. So digital and software will continue to be very high in demand. Data and AI, cloud technologies and securities are really key focus areas from a skills perspective. But as a global smart industry leader, we deliver on engineering, product and system development projects as well. And there's very niche skills that are limited in the marketplace. And we've been very successful in tackling these challenges. And I won't steal the thunder and steal time from our guests, but I want to allow them to share some of those successes and experiences with Akkodis Academy and Akkodis.
Great. Thank you, Jacina. And as you mentioned, we're going to hear firsthand from one of our key customers, Joe McQuiston. Joe, I understand that Akkodis is a key partner for your organization, currently supporting various projects led by Steve Buckle, who is an account leader here at Akkodis and also here today. Joe, what were some of the challenges that prompted a need for upskilling?
Sure. And good afternoon, everyone. Greetings from Erie, Pennsylvania, Wabtec Corporation, where we build these things. I was going to print out a roll-size plot, but this is what we build: diesel electric locomotives, soon to be all electric locomotives. And I'll just tell you a little bit about my experience with Akkodis and Akkodis Academy. Go back, I've been here about 25 years. I'm a mechanical engineer, been an individual contributor about 21 of those years. 4 years ago, my boss said, "Hey, I would like you to lead the group." I'm currently in the electrical integration group, where we build schematics and wireless for the locomotive. So 4 years ago, I took over as manager, and everything was going fine. We had about 16 folks on the team, about 1 or 2 new people, which we could manage. When day one hits, you show people, their computer, show them where the bathroom is, the kitchenette, what their email address is, et cetera. And then we just utilized the rest of the team to bring them up to speed. Well, last year, we started to get into the electric vehicle business, just like automotive. And we want to make the very first battery electric locomotive, be the first to the market. And that was the edict that came down from upstairs. So we started hiring, and I got permission to hire. We were at 16 people a year ago. Now we're at 47. So 65% new folks. Okay, that is fine. But actually, when you have more than 50%, or actually I would say probably 10 to 20% new, we're in trouble. I don't have, I have about a half hour to an hour free a day, and so does my team, because they're working on projects. We can't take time away from what we're working on to go train the new hires. So talking to Steve about that, Steve Buckle from Akkodis says, hey, we have this thing called Akkodis Academy. He gives me the list. He says, and I saw programs after programs that we use here, things like Siemens NX, Vismockup, solid modeling programs, Zukin schematic programs. I said, this is great. And he said, I could avail myself of all those programs and take those new hires and tell them on day one, we value you. We want to invest in you. And by the way, here's some training for you. Go, it's either live or on demand, whatever. And they come back and now they already have that skill set, and I can start to put them to work on projects. What we did was, in the last year, we've availed that training program. Steve helped me out. And now when new hires start, we have a whole program set up for it. And that's where it's really come in handy, and certainly saved me tons and tons of effort and time just getting them up to speed. And once they're there, then they can start to be effective, get more well-known around the business, and just be effective. And I'm a numbers guy, so I just did just a little bit of statistics that I looked up. 34% of employees are very satisfied with job-specific training. I would say that, we don't focus on that here at Wabtec Corporation, but having partners like Akkodis Academy really help out there. And one other thing that I'll just add one more stat, 86% of millennials would be kept from leaving their position if training were offered from their employer. So that's it right there. Just something that is so important to me. And thank you, Akkodis and Akkodis Academy. And appreciate the time, and I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you so much for sharing your firsthand experience at Akkodis Academy and how it provided value to your team, Joe. I love the points that you hit on and how it was really critical to being able to scale your team. And then also, again, the ability to retain top talent by continuing to invest in them and their development. That's, again, a game changer for any organization that makes training and continuous learning a priority. Steve, you are an academy advocate and have worked closely with Decina to deliver solution-based services to clients. Can you tell us about that experience and any trends that you might have noticed?
No, thank you. Very glad to be a part of this and enjoy working with Decina and the team. So having worked with Joe, certain things came up that the market we're in Erie, PA, the 3D modeling tool Wabtec uses, not common in this market. Identified that, worked with Decina. She put a program together, presented it to Joe. Sounds great. Something as basic as Microsoft Suite training. A pet peeve is, you'll get some very high level engineers in place, but they don't know how to attach a document to an email. Right, Joe? Pet peeve right there. But just things like that can help someone go into a much smoother transition within their job. Joe challenged me with a new schematic software that Wabtec purchased. Decina was able to work directly with that vendor and provide go-to-work meetings. We're looking at three more coming up here in the next few months. But directly with that vendor, very well received from those who have taken the training. So now it's part of anybody else that's coming in. So one of my experiences with the Akkodis Academy people is a flexibility. If something doesn't currently exist, that we have, like this schematic training, they will go find it. And it's proved very valuable to Akkodis, but to our client more importantly. So thank you, Colleen.
Yeah, thank you, Steve, for sharing your experiences and insights with us. And I know it's someone that's been in the L&D world for, I won't say how long, but let's just call it over 10 years. I mean, I'm always continuously impressed by the range of offerings that Academy provides, and also the quality of that content as well. Chris, now that Steve and Joe have shared their perspectives, can you share how the Academy is leveraged within our recruiting organization?
Definitely. Thanks, Colleen. So once the Academy identifies a solution, the delivery team steps in to find candidates that would work well in that scenario. So when recruiting, we're looking for people with most or some of the technical skills, really strong soft skills, and an eagerness to grow their career. We're looking for people that push themselves to learn new skills on their own, people that grow quickly in their roles, and those that have a natural curiosity that drives them to learn continuously. So as a recruiter, I know that if we can find a candidate that meets 75% of the technical skills and they have a great attitude and a strong work ethic, we can provide them with the academy and they can be a strong technical team member functioning at 100% in no time.
Wow, thank you, Chris. I mean, again, it really paints a good picture of how Academy can continuously help someone grow and develop and ultimately help them be more marketable and keep their skills up to date as new emerging technologies roll out. Julian, by 2030, it's predicted that there will be a global shortage of around 85 million skilled professionals across the tech industry. Even more distressing is that data science and analytics was identified as the second most difficult area in which to find a skilled professional, only second to cybersecurity. Julian is a valuable resource, and when positioned for a project with a tech leading client, SQL, which was a skill required for that role, was something he had previous experience with, but needed a refresher. I'm sure a lot of you on the call are relating to that scenario, right? How do we keep our skills up to date? Julian, can you tell us about your experience at Akkodis and landing an exciting opportunity?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much. I graduated with a management information systems degree in late 2019, where I learned about databases, data analytics, SQL, how to deliver business insights, and more. It took me around 8 months to land a job amidst COVID. And in the job that I landed, I wasn't utilizing that skill set, which I learned in my degree. I had this job for just over a year when the opportunity at Akkodis was presented to me. This role was very and is SQL heavy and pretty technical. I was nervous before starting as I wasn't as refreshed with my technical skills as I used to be. I took a SQL course through Akkodis Academy, and it's really helped me brush the dust off and hit the ground running in my current role. Akkodis providing the tools and resources through their academy was an essential gateway for me to be successful on such an exciting project.
I love this story, Julian. Again, I'm sure a lot of folks in the call can relate to, you might have had a background but haven't used a skill in 1 to 2 years, and then before you know it, you're kind of some of your skills might be outdated or you need a refresher, right? So I appreciate you sharing your experience with us. How long have you been working on the project, and how is everything going professionally in your new role?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been at my current role for just under 2 years now, and I've continued to learn so much and excel. And this was really due to me being able to hit the ground running through Akkodis Academy. And I'm always able to kind of jump back into Academy to learn any skill sets that I need to, whether it's Python, any additional project management skills, or anything such as that. So it's been just an amazing opportunity from Akkodis.
I really appreciate you sharing your insights and, again, your personal experience with the Academy. And I know that we're getting close to the end of our time together. I'd love to hear again from our Akkodis Academy North America leaders, Desina and Jill. If there is one thing you would like this audience to take away from the session, what would it be?
So I touched on our capabilities a little bit earlier in regards to developing net new talent pools. D&I is a very big layer within these efforts, and it takes more of a proactive approach to talent, excuse me, rather than the reactive approach to traditional talent strategies. But it allows us to tap into the non-traditional talent pools, the underserved, underrepresented communities, and work closely with our D&I partners to tap into their talent base as well. This allows us not only to develop talent, but also create access to opportunity and providing an equitable playing field for individuals from all walks of life. In thinking of those non-traditional avenues, just under 33% of the US population have bachelor's degrees or higher. People are always so surprised when I mention this, but I always mention it because think of the amount of the untapped talent pool that we're missing out on, and the amount of work that we still have to do, and the difference that we can really make through skilling. And part of that mission and our corporate responsibility is really making a change in this space. So I want to allow Jill as well to highlight one of our really important D&I initiatives that's powered by Akkodis Academy and the U.S. Foundation.
Thanks, Desina. Yeah, you're right. Since the program's inception, Akkodis Academy has placed a great importance on supporting DE&I initiatives. Through the offering, we are able to support companies as they build a more diverse workforce. Currently, we're so proud to be a part of a reskilling initiative that we've developed for military spouses. Military spouses are underrepresented in today's workforce and have a very difficult time finding remote job opportunities, which are key to military families because of their mobility and their need to be able to pick up and move when asked to. So to address the challenges, we partnered with the Adecco Group US Foundation and developed the Military Spouse Reskilling Initiative. This program includes training in IT fundamentals, customer service. We also offer some professional development workshops that include how to build your personal brand and how to use LinkedIn and how to make sure your resume speaks to your experience and your background. So the goal is really to prepare these individuals to attain an entry-level IT fundamental certification like CompTIA A+, and ultimately find a remote entry-level IT position. So through programs like this and in partnership with the Adecco Group US Foundation, we are truly making a difference for these candidates and for our clients that are focused on and really, driving importance into a diverse workforce.
That's incredible, Jill. Again, I hear your passion come through, and Desina's passion come through when you're talking about these types of initiatives. Again, it's hard for folks when you're an adult to transition into a new career, especially to find opportunities that are remote. So that the fact that we're providing these opportunities, I think, again, speaks to the quality and the mission of Adecco and Akkodis. Before we end our time here together, there are a few questions from the audience we would like to answer. And so I have several questions here. How is the training delivered?
So I'll take that one. We can offer training through a variety of modalities. Depending on the need, we can deliver training through online self-paced. We can deliver virtual instructor-led or in-person instructor-led formats. What we do is work with our clients to understand the needs, understand what kind of training is required, the timeline that they're working within, and then we work with them to determine what the best training option is.
That's great. Thank you, Jill. Does the Academy only have technical trainings?
I'll jump in on this one. So no, the Academy can do a lot of things. So we offer more than 7,000 courses on a range of topics, soft skills, technical skills, literally everything from Microsoft Word to Java development to change management. It's all there.
That's incredible. And I love that there is such a wide range of offerings. The example earlier of folks that are highly technical but need to brush up in Microsoft Office skills, I've heard that story multiple times. So it speaks to, we have foundational training as well as advanced technical training as well. Who is able to participate in Akkodis Academy?
I can answer that, Colleen. So Academy is accessible to all Akkodis associates that are on assignment with our clients or being pipelined for any upcoming projects. For our employer-based programs, it could be customer employees based on the type of training that's needed, or it could be candidates who would meet the program criteria that we've developed and the requirements based on, as well as based on aptitude. Or individuals with the foundational knowledge in that space.
Excellent. Thank you, Desina. If a consultant is enrolled in the academy, are they only allowed to learn things that are aligned with their current position?
I'll take this one too. So no, you are definitely encouraged to work with your manager to identify the most pressing needs in terms of skill sets that you'll use on the job. But outside of that, you're welcome to poke around, learn new skills, or sharpen up skills that you already have.
Great, thank you, Chris. And if I was interested in learning more about the academy, who should I contact?
So if this has piqued anyone's interest today in finding out more about the Academy, you can certainly connect with me or Desina on LinkedIn. You can also reach out directly to the Academy. We have an email, akkodisacademyna@akkodis.com, and we will be in touch to answer questions, share more information, and work with you to see how the Academy might fit into your organization or into your career development plans.
Great, thank you so much, Jill. And I see that we have a lot of activity in our comments thread. I believe we've answered all of the questions that folks have commented or sent over to us. If there are any questions that we were not able to answer, one of the folks from Akkodis will be following up with you to make sure that we address any questions. And again, a huge thank you to our panelists for sharing with all of us today. And thank you, LinkedIn community. I saw folks checking in from really all over the world globally. So I love that folks are joining from Brazil and Germany and Pakistan, Portugal. We've got folks from the US here. So thank you again for joining us from all over the world on our discovery of Akkodis Academy. We look forward to having you join us again as we continue our series, Get to Know Akkodis. And that concludes our event today. Have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you may be. Until next time.